In 1949, a child was born in Yako, a small town in Upper Volta, modern-day Burkina Faso. His name was Thomas or Noel Sankara. Little did the world know, this boy would grow up to become one of Africa's most inspiring and controversial leaders. He would be known as Africa's Che Guevara, leading his country through a revolution of independence, self-reliance, and empowerment. Sankara came from a humble family, but he was brilliant. As a young man, he excelled academically and joined the military academy at the age of 19. There, he was exposed to ideologies from across the world, learning about socialism, Marxism, and revolutionary theories. The injustices he saw, both in his country and throughout Africa, began to shape his worldview. The military would be his platform for change. By the early 1980s, Upper Volta was trapped in a cycle of poverty, corruption, and dependence on foreign aid. Sankara, frustrated with the country's leadership, became the voice of dissent. He quickly rose through the military ranks, but his radical ideas did not sit well with the ruling elite. His charisma, intelligence, and fiery speeches were infectious, drawing the attention of young people and revolutionaries. In 1983, with growing unrest, Sankara was appointed prime minister under President Jean-Baptiste Ouédraogo. However, his anti-imperialist and pan-African views alarmed powerful figures, leading to his imprisonment. This was the final spark. On August 4, 1983, Sankara's closest allies, including his friend Blaise Compaoré, launched a coup, overthrowing the government. Sankara, now 33 years old, became the president of Upper Volta. The young president immediately got to work. Sankara wasted no time in transforming his country. One of his first acts was to rename Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, which means the land of upright people in the local languages. It was symbolic of the new national identity he envisioned, a country that stood tall and proud, free from exploitation. His new slogan for the country was La Patrie ou la Mort, Nous vaincrons, the fatherland or death, we shall overcome. This symbolized his unwavering commitment to liberate Burkina Faso from neocolonialism. Sankara's government focused on eradicating poverty and developing the country without reliance on foreign aid. He nationalized industries, redistributed land from the wealthy to the poor, and launched massive social programs to improve healthcare, education, and women's rights. He emphasized agriculture, urging the Burkina people to rely on their own resources. In just 4 years, Burkina Faso became self-sufficient in food production. He planted millions of trees to combat desertification, built schools, roads, and even abolished tribal identities to promote unity. Sankara was one of the few African leaders of his time who prioritized women's rights. He encouraged women to join the army, banned female genital mutilation, polygamy, and forced marriages. For Sankara, true liberation would not be possible unless women were free and equal members of society. He famously said, "There is no true social revolution without the liberation of women." Sankara promoted gender equality in every sphere of Burkina life, making sure women were active participants in the revolution. However, Sankara's radical reforms angered the wealthy elite, traditional leaders, and foreign powers. His anti-imperialist stance, especially his refusal to take aid from France and the IMF, isolated him from the international community. Many of his policies challenged the status quo, leading to internal dissent within his government. His once close ally Blaise Compaoré began to distance himself, especially as foreign pressures mounted. The seeds of betrayal were sown. On October 15, 1987, just 4 years into his presidency, Thomas Sankara was assassinated in a coup led by Blaise Compaoré, his former friend and comrade. Sankara's death sent shockwaves through Burkina Faso and the entire African continent. He was just 37 years old. The coup marked the end of his revolution. Compaoré reversed many of Sankara's policies and aligned Burkina Faso with Western powers, a complete departure from Sankara's vision. Despite his untimely death, Thomas Sankara's legacy endures. His vision for a self-reliant, egalitarian, and proud Africa continues to inspire movements across the continent. He is remembered for his integrity, his commitment to the poor, and his radical ideas that challenged global imperialism. Sankara's words resonate still: while revolutionaries as individuals can be murdered, you cannot kill ideas. His life remains a testament to the power of visionary leadership, and though he was silenced, his dream for a free and united Africa lives on in the hearts of those who fight for justice. We must dare to invent the future. Thomas Sankara. This narrative captures the highlights of Sankara's life and legacy, designed to retain audience attention through a mix of historical facts, storytelling, and Sankara's inspiring goals. Hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to hit the like button for more interesting stories.